How's it all going then, love?
Well, it's a bit slow, but not bad considering.
Oh, sounds like your last day, not your first. What's the matter?
I can't understand what's happened to Lynn. She said she'd be here at 2.
Well, I wouldn't worry. She's probably out sailing or something, got herself tied up.
Yes, maybe.
Relax. She'll show up. I bumped into Polly Urquhart at the yacht club at lunchtime. She was with that other friend of yours, Virginia...
Virginia Sands.
Virginia Sands, that's right, yeah. Polly cornered me and was probing about Can.
Yes, well, that doesn't surprise me in the least. She was in here earlier on doing exactly the same thing.
That's not what's bothering you, is it?
No. As long as you didn't say anything.
Well, of course I didn't. Oh, come on. Don't let her get you down. I tell you what we'll do. We'll go back to my place after dinner tonight and give her something to really talk about, eh?
She won't need anything else to spread the word. You can bet on that. Jen, please.
Oh, come on, there's no one else around.
That's not the problem.
Then just what is?
Look, everything's going a bit too fast. I just need some time, space, you know, to sort myself out. You do understand, don't you?
Well, if it's about Tom, yes, of course I do. But if it's about Polly Urquhart, well, you can't spend the rest of your life worrying about what she's going to think or say about us being together. She's just jealous. What?
Nothing. It's just you being you.
So, together with the lifting keel, shallow draft, lighter, easier to handle rig, the displacement is considerably reduced.
What exactly would her displacement be, Mr. Howard?
12,000 pounds.
Isn't that a little optimistic for a boat that size?
No. The ballast weight is sufficiently contained in the hull sections to ensure maximum stability.
Any other questions, gentlemen, concerning the design? Thank you, Mr. Howard.
So your target market is the 35 to 45-foot fast cruiser.
That's correct. Bar's looking for high performance with minimal cost.
Not that minimal, according to the specification of Mr. Howard's design.
The production costs will be substantially reduced, Mr. Lloyd, against the demand curve.
And there will be quite a demand for those prepared to exploit it. Our research shows a tremendous gap in the market for an ultralight displacement cruiser.
I'm not disputing such a market exists, Miss Rolfe. It's finding the product to capture it.
A boat unburdened by the constraints of a handicap rule would capture it, Mr. Lloyd.
And the design isn't bound by any of the offshore rule parameters.
Yes, that's right.
And of course the export potential for such a boat is considerable.
I must admit the market research is most impressive, Miss Rolfe. Which agency did you use, may I ask?
I didn't use an agency, Mr. Sinclair. I compiled the research myself.
Oh, I see.
Oh, it's beautiful, Charles. How old is it?
Well, the original house is early Georgian, but there have been some later additions.
When will you be moving in?
In about a month when we've completed the renovations. I take it you approve?
Approve? It's wonderful. Can I come and visit?
You behave yourself. Come on, I'll call the stables, get them to saddle up a couple of horses, then I'll show you around.
I take it the prototype will soon be enough to take a mould.
Yes, it should be ready in approximately 3 weeks' time.
We have to consider that if we were to go ahead with Barracuda, any delay could prove very costly.
Of course.
Miss Rolfe, you stated in your report on page 5 that you have a marketing analysis on which you base these cash flow projections.
That's correct. The analysis is available for the board to examine at any time.
I assume you've taken into consideration the cost of tooling up for production.
Of course. There's a breakdown of costs in the appendix on page 3.
How many units do you envisage there would need to be sold to recoup the initial capital cost?
8 in the first year.
Are you absolutely certain, Miss Roll? I've had my project engineer study the costs in detail. He estimates the cost to revenue return is 10.
Your engineer's quite right, Mr. Lloyd. The cost to revenue return is 10. But if you take into account the writing down allowances over 3 years, the actual break-even is 8. 7.85 to be exact. You'll find the analysis on page 12.
Any other questions? Mr. Chairman.
Well, thank you, Miss Rolfe, Mr. Howard, for a most enlightening presentation. I'm certain my colleagues will agree that your proposals warrant further discussion.
This is incredible, Charles. How much land do you have?
The estate comprises just under 200 acres.
Where did you live before?
New York and London, mostly. Though I spent so much time on planes and different hotels, wasn't always too sure where I was.
Is that when you worked with your father?
Nobody could ever work with my father. The best one could manage was a kind of antagonistic cooperation.
What do you mean?
Well, you'd have to know my father to understand that.
And tell me about him.
You ask too many questions, Lynn.
Only because you never give a straight answer. Well, you don't. Not unless you want to. You always seem to be holding something back.
Well, I learned a long time ago. The secret of being tiresome is to tell everything.
Charles, you know what you were saying earlier about not telling everything?
Mm-hmm.
Who taught you that? Your father?
No, far from it. No, he was a very dear friend of mine.
Well, if and when I meet your friend, I shall tell him that I disagree.
That's highly unlikely.
Why is that?
He died.
Oh. I'm sorry.
In 1778. His name was Voltaire.
Charles! You're incorrigible.
And you're obviously illiterate. See, I'm going to have to educate as well as entertain you.
Yes, Professor.
Speaking of entertainment, what would you like to do this evening?
How about a nice, quiet dinner for two?
That's exactly what I had in mind.
Talk about playing the devil's advocate. I'm all for constructive criticism, but I'm a lawyer. I was just throwing up objections for the sake of it.
Well, you handled him brilliantly.
You didn't do such a bad job yourself.
Oh, it was nothing compared to you. Really, Avro. I wasn't the only one who noticed. You made the whole board sit up. It was a very impressive report.
Well, it was compiled to present an impressive design with a very impressive designer.
I'll let you know how impressive he is once I've checked on the progress of his boat.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Hello, Dad. Meeting at the manufacturers went really well. They're thinking of coming to the yard and... What are you doing?
I'm looking for something.
I can see that. Where did all this come from?
One of the attics in the shed is paperwork I filed away years ago, and I took over the yard.
Filed? Is that what you call it?
Well, I had a system before you arrived. Now I can't find a damn thing. This is it.
What is it?
The original Articles of Incorporation and the Minutes book.
I've got a copy of the Certificate of Incorporation in the files if you want to take a look. That's all that's important, not the draft minutes.
Richard Shillett. By God, the draft minutes are important, Avril. I need to talk to you urgently.
You got time for a coffee?
No, I'm meeting Dad at 6. I better go.
Hope
you get on all right.
So do I. It'll probably drag on, so I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Bye.